I had to look at Puljujarvi, as I said, yeah, the teams, Columbus would be my favorite, I think, in terms of prediction. But then past that, yeah, I mean, Vancouver could be a team. Chicago, just in terms of giving a guy a shot, I feel like they've done that recently, especially with their tanking. Carolina playing with Aho. So maybe him being reunited, I've talked about it a bunch in the past with either Aho in Carolina or with Line in Columbus. And then, as I said, the hot take teams with Chicago, Nashville, Vancouver, go down the list. But Marner, Tavares! Oh, a little live play-by-play in that. But yeah, I don't know, Minka. I think Puljujarvi is going to get traded regardless now. It's just a matter of where. And I've talked about it a little bit, but Puljujarvi at the cap hit that he's at, he just hasn't had the production. He's at what, like 0.3? I don't know. His points per game percentage is horrible for a guy that was drafted in the top 5, for a guy that was supposed to be a pretty big force for the Oilers. But I think the only other guy, or the only other team I was missing, I think, was Detroit. Detroit was the only other team I was thinking maybe Steve Yzerman takes a shot at Puljujarvi, one of those like young to mid 20 guys, maybe gets sent back the other way to Edmonton, but I've talked about that in the past. Nikolov for Puljujarvi, so a little blues for Oilers potentially here. Gives Edmonton a left-handed shot that can play second or third pair. Also frees up $2 million for them to make another move. Ooh, Richard, so you like the Puljujarvi potential in St. Louis? St. Louis kind of debating where they could be at. Okay, we'll throw that team into the mix as well. That could be an interesting target. And Mikkola, I know the size. That could be a cheaper option than going after like an Edmondson for Edmonton. So I like that potential, Richard. Mikkola for Puljujarvi. Give me your thoughts, guys, in the comments. That's an interesting... And hey, I like that because it frees the money, as you said, for Edmonton to make another move. And maybe they move one of their defensemen and get a top 6 forward to really bolster. Like, that'd be scary, man. If they got another guy in that top 6, on top of, obviously, McDavid, Draisaitl, Hyman, Evander Kane, Nuge. Like, if they get another guy in that top 9, I guess I should say, that would be crazy. But yeah, I don't mind that trade proposal. It's actually not too far off. I think it depends on how the Blues see Mikkola. I think that's where it comes down to. I just wanted to add to this video because I forgot one team I've discussed in the past, and that's the Montreal Canadiens. Slavkovsky's injured. They've got some other injuries. I wonder if there's a scenario where Edmonton, for example, revisits a Josh Anderson or a type of player like that, and Puljujarvi, just for the sake of being part of it and maybe a change of scenery, going back to Montreal. Maybe it's a different deal. Maybe Montreal just gives a shot to Puljujarvi. Edmonton takes a 5th round pick or a 4th round pick back for him. I don't know. It's going to be interesting, but I did want to throw Montreal in there as well because I do believe that they've had interest in the past. Puljujarvi hasn't had a good year, but if it's a contract going back to Edmonton that they could also value going into the playoffs, like a Josh Anderson, it's a hot take, but I would consider that as well. Just add to the video and add to the topic.